Hello everyone, I'm Steve, Mark's around. Say hi, Mark.
Hi, everybody.
And this is Steve and Mark. Either welcome or welcome back, and happy Saturday. It is the weekend. So, today's brew is a mixture of little bits that were left over in a bunch of other cans, dumped into one, and that's the coffee. And actual, real, live cow milk, 2%. It's nice for a change. Mark's making soup later, so he needed real milk. And, of course, unfinished basement. So, hope everyone is doing well. Everyone is safe. Look after yourselves, look after the people you care about, give a passing thought at least to some people you don't know who also might be having a hard time. Okay? That's the happy SSAM PSA. Now, we are going to revisit our fair lady, Chantal Marie, Foodie Beauty, Big Beautiful Me, The Daily Chantal, and now Foodie Beauty again. So, she wasn't making a whole lot of videos this week. I counted 2 since the last time we checked in. Unless another one gets crapped out today. And she did do a little bit of writing on her community board, which we will obviously touch on. But where we left off last week and where we seem to be now are quite different places. I was very hopeful. That's a lie. I didn't even say I was hopeful. I was not optimistic that last week's, high vibrating food was going to take us to new places. And it seems that it hasn't. But let's just take the journey from there to here, okay? So the last video from last week was my life at 400 pounds, day 1. So it was, again, another day 1. And she acknowledges as much, And I had said, there's pretty much 2 choices. Either do it or don't. And everything else is pretty much noise. So it was another restart. She was very serious. Quote, very serious about ending mukbangs and being on a healing journey. She has trips to go on, and she wants it to be done her way. This has not changed, however. This is a continuing theme for the rest of this week. She just wants to be a healthier person, again, with the high vibrating foods. I don't know what video she saw. I don't know who told her something, but she wants to eat foods that promote health and healing, and then we go into kind of lecture-y Chantal, where she learned something new, so now she's going to drop some knowledge. She's not the first person or only person to be lecture-y. I come off snobby because, well, sometimes I am snobby about topics I think I know a lot about, but probably don't. But this is her chance at doing it. And she says, I just want to be able to put my socks on. Pete's has to help her get ready. So remember that. Keep that in mind, too, as we navigate the changes in direction. And she doesn't want to live in the past. Read, I don't want to hear about my past failures. And she does a weigh-in, and she comes out at, $3.99, I think. Scale only goes up to 400, so some people thought maybe there was an error. She addresses that later as well. And she decides that these gradual changes for her weight loss aren't necessarily good, that she needs to go in whole hog, total detox, get it out of her system. It doesn't do well to have a little bit every day. So in this video, she had a couple oranges and a couple sweet potatoes and some buckwheat something or other with some peanut sauce and bought a whole bunch of health food. And this is not news. This is nothing she hasn't done before. Yeah, I don't know. So at any rate, yeah, she bought a bunch of organic crap. And, I think most people probably believed it was going to sit in the fridge and rot. And she'd be ordering Domino's within a day or 2. Did she? We can only go by what she shows us. And then by what she doesn't. What she hasn't shared and what she hasn't filmed this week is probably more telling than what she has said and has shared.
Oh, so, good point. I didn't think of that.
Well, yeah, she's very deep and complicated.
She is.
So it's hard to...
She certainly is.
And she kind of, banks on that, but... So this week, vlog cooking, what I ate today and more. Now, she's up at 6:30 in this. Well, not up, let me rephrase that. She hasn't been to sleep yet. 6:30 in the morning. Hasn't eaten since her last meal of buckwheat noodles and peanut sauce and something else. So she's having some non-high vibration bacon and eggs to have some real food. She made eggs in the microwave. If she's white trash, so am I. I make eggs in the microwave time to time. She said she couldn't stomach any more grains or avocados. That's, well, those aren't the only options for breakfast, I'm sure. But I can appreciate that. I'm never hungry for what I'd consider health food, um, arguably real food, but you know, she's concerned because her cat Sam is having some lower abdominal distress, some kitty problems, and isn't feeling well. And Timbit, Pete's cat, was scheduled to go to the vet, but Sam's problems seem to be more urgent, so Timbit's not going, Sam is going instead. And she said she doesn't really know what she's going to do today. She's going to vlog to keep herself accountable. Hold on to that. Keep herself accountable. That's why the vlogs were being made. What accountable? Her eating accountable. So then, God Bless Pete's comes in on vibrating food. And everything he says I agree with. It's Western faux mystical garbage. It's up there with crystals and other nonsense. And it's right up there with Gwyneth Paltrow, the idiot selling dangerous products and promoting coffee enemas. I knew I liked Pete's for good reasons. I absolutely did. I don't buy any of it either. I don't. I'm sorry. It doesn't... I just don't care. I don't think it makes any sense. I think it's a very flaky, pseudo, nothing, just meant to sell health food to morons. But that's me. But they wouldn't be but like as far as crystal healing and stuff like that, I mean, they wouldn't, people who subscribe to that and it's whatever, wouldn't be the first people to assign mystical powers to objects. I mean, has anyone ever picked up some holy water or a rosary? I mean, these are just plain old things that people decided were special. So, you know what I mean. So we cruise past that. Chantal is trying to pass off fake meat to Pete's. And, she's like, actually, I've done it to him before. She's making shepherd's pie. And she said she's fed him this in shepherd's pie before. She's like, don't you remember, Pete's? And he says, no, I don't remember. I don't remember food the way you do. And he doesn't. And people with food issues, I'm a person with food issues, in case I haven't mentioned, I do remember meals differently. I remember the first meal I had at a couple different rehabs I was in. I remember a meal Mark and I had out at a restaurant, because we don't go out often. So, I remember a meal...
Not allowed to!
This was before COVID, okay? Before COVID. We had gone to some place and I had a grilled piece of salmon with some farro salad and grilled vegetables, and it was very good. I remember it because it was the last time I was out.
That was years ago!
Exactly, it was years ago. So, at any rate, I do have more ingrained memories of food, probably than most people. I can't really tell you too many fine details of growing up, but I can remember a chicken cordon bleu I ate at a wedding when I was 7 in Delaware. So, I mean, and I didn't like it then, and, you know. So, next video, I want to do the entire Beetlejuice dance scene. I didn't even know what I was being baited to. So, she has a few things she wants to address, and she's addressing it over a bagel and cream cheese and some orange juice. Now, she gets a face full of shit for her dietary choices. Is this ideal for a person trying to lose weight? No. But is it the kind of thing that's going to make her gain weight? I don't know. It's food. There's battles to be picked with Chantal, and there's battles not to be. Should anyone be battling her as a creator because she's being shamed into God knows what? Maybe not. But, if anyone was going to offer her some accountability on her food choices, this isn't something I would have offered accountability on food choices about. You know, I wouldn't come in here under the guise of caring and say, if you really cared about yourself, you'd put jam on it instead of, you know, she's having a bagel. Lay off. You know, I wouldn't be that guy that would go in hard on that. So, the challenge for her this week, according to her, is to eat everything she bought in her last grocery haul, that $120 worth of health food crap. She already ate the frozen pizzas she kind of got for a treat for herself, so she's like, okay, that's a message. Don't keep pizza in the house. And the exciting news, she's getting her hair did, which is cool. Getting it professionally done, I guess. Color, highlights, trim, the whole nine. She wants something that will have texture to it, something that will be flattering to her face. So yeah. And she also comments a little bit about having hobbies, how people have suggested get a hobby other than eating. She wants to get back into reading. then she talks about books on tape, but it's a new world. So like books on tape, I mean, obviously that's not reading, but it is doing something other than just vegging in front of a movie or playing on your phone for 10 hours, looking around to see who's talking about you. You know, it's a different activity. So I think that's good. Writing. She still has stories. She still has a novel she's been kicking around. Okay. Okay. This book I've been meaning to write. It's not like that light bulb I've been meaning to change. Oh, there's this book I've been meaning to write. I wanted to write the great book too. Um, Helpful hint, if you write 1 page a day, just one. I'm not following this hint because I've changed my goals and the things I want to work on. But if you want to write a book, 1 page a day over a year, you have 365 pages to work with. That's a lot of writing material, and it's easier to edit than it is to create, I think. So 1 page a day, easy peasy. Well, simple, not easy, you know. But it's like you think you have all the time in the world, and then you turn around and you're a 35-year-old, 400-pound woman, and your options are a lot more limited. So the story she has sounds like kind of like she admits a generic story, but interesting enough. Two unhappy married couples, there's affairs involved, there's murder, like that kind of stuff. She also wants to get back into singing. She's mentioned singing a few different times, and I've heard her like sing with some head voice in the car, and she's not good, not bad. She's fine. She can sing enough. I'm sure she could do fine in a choir. I don't know if she's a belter, so I don't know about her stage performance. Cass Elliot. This isn't a shot at Chantal. This is just something about the industry. Mama Cass Elliot. Everyone should know who that is. Said she had a hard time finding gigs because she wanted to be a Broadway star before she was in the Mamas and the Papas. And she said there aren't a lot of roles for 300-pound ingenues. And there aren't. So it's another, I mean, the entertainment industry is probably a bit more brutal on folks of size than not. Singing just to sing for the sake of singing and not performing for anyone, yeah, it's fine. Take lessons, sing in the shower, sing in the car. Whatever, do you. So she also talked about wanting to learn dance routines, full dance routines as a form of exercise, like Vogue or something else. Now they have Just Dance. Is it a game? Something where you watch a person dance and then you try to follow along and that kind of stuff. And that's pretty cool. I've seen people do that. A couple of the places I work, homes for younger kids, they have that, and that's kind of in lieu of gym. They do physical activity to that. I know almost all the choreography to Lady Gaga's Bad Romance, and that's not choreography for weaklings. There's a lot of movement going on with that. Maybe we'll show you sometime. And along with that, she's talking about getting her life back together. Okay, which means lose weight. She doesn't want a scale that goes over 400 pounds, even though it might accurately weigh her, because they're very expensive as far as scales go, like a couple $100, and she feels like it would be demoralizing because she's never going to weigh more than that again. Okay. She also said that the day before this, she went to a barbecue, which she had mentioned, a family barbecue, in her hometown. She had chicken and then came home and ate all those pizzas. So by the time she got home, she was tired and just, didn't do a video. And she said she wants to talk to her aunt. Her aunt sounds pretty cool. Aunt. I say aunt where I'm from because it's Pennsylvania. Her aunt says that she's too hard on herself and she shouldn't feel guilty and stress about things that she enjoys doing and doing them differently. Chantal is too hard on herself. No disrespect, but Chantal is one of the most self-indulgent people I follow on YouTube. Like, any whim, any passing fancy is met within days. Days. The delayed gratification is not on her radar. So, hard on herself? I don't know. It's not what I would call it. I don't know. And I'm not just talking about food. It's like any old thing. I don't feel good. Let me go on a rant on this topic. Let me snoop around. Let me delete videos because let me put one up because I have something to say. Let me take it down because I don't want the backlash from what I said. Being very kind of, I don't know, indulged. So, and I mean, the example she uses is sleep. She's a night owl. She prefers to go to bed around 4:30 in the morning and wake up around 1 or 2. And that's her life, her schedule. There's nothing wrong with it. However, the world usually, like, commerce operates many times from sunup to sundown and then a little bit later. So, I mean, different parts of the world they do differently. Some places they shut down in the afternoon because it's either too hot or you need a rest, and places are open till much later in the evening. So it's certainly something she could look at if she wanted to live somewhere else. It doesn't seem to be holding her back too much right now. Of all the things that Chantal could probably use as a change in her life, I don't know about sleeping would be the first thing I would think of. I can say sleeping's important to me, but I have a diagnosed mood disorder. So it's recommended that I get good solid sleep. Any nutritionist would also, or dietitian would also probably comment on sleep and managing hunger, managing cravings, having routine, stuff like that. But that gets hard. And if you're not kind of person who's prone to doing things that are hard, even if they're good for you, then it's probably not gonna work. She said it's been a weird few years, learning a lot about myself. You never know what the future may hold. Getting into relationships. She's never wanted kids, but maybe sometime in the future she would adopt. Meet a guy who has kids. All sorts of stuff. Adoption agencies are brutal, from what I understand. I mean, I don't want kids either, but no judge would give a kid to someone like me, I would think. And they shouldn't. I don't know. In one way, it sounds selfish not to have kids. In one way, it does. I mean, would it be selfish of me to want to have a child and not be in the peak of health to do it? On the other hand, my arms are empty. My load's very light. It seems selfish not to have one. So, hard to say. So that's where the video ends and the written word begins. Now, Mark took a few notes, so we're just going to take a look at these. And, I'm kidding. It wasn't that many. It just felt like that many. Let's see here. She went on her community board and she had a bit of a field day. So we're gonna just take a look, see. I'm gonna try to cruise through this because you watching me read isn't, but it was infuriating. It was classic Chantal. It was classic Chantal. Anyone who's ever been through one of her cycles, I think I've been through 10. What are you at, Mark? 6?
Yeah, about that.
Roughly. I don't even know. I mean, I don't have hard feelings for her, but, I mean, God bless BB. God bless BB. God love Pete's.
God loves Sammy.
God. I deleted my rant posts because I preach about bringing them. She deleted them. Au contraire. I have screenshotted them.
Unreal.
Because I'm now that guy on YouTube. So we'll start back with the first one where she was being discriminated against for being, I don't even know. What do I want? Hey guys, I'm kind of depressed about some things regarding my channel and I just want to take time to write what is on my mind. This was several days ago. Or a couple days ago at least. I filmed a video today. It was a weight loss vlog of counting macros and an Amazon haul of sugar-free shit, don't tell Pete's. I was editing it and I know many of you would like that kind of video, but I just don't. I find weight loss journey content, at least making my own, very boring, very tedious, and honestly depressing and triggering. 2 things. She has said before she doesn't like making it, and 2, everything triggers her. Everything. I was happy when I first started my channel because I didn't have people criticizing what I do like they do now. I didn't talk about my weight at all. I now find myself in an endless cycle in my own life and also now on my channel of off and on weight loss journey material because I get tired and bored of it, then go back to mukbangs or whatever, then back to weight loss attempts because I feel pressured as a fat girl to prove something to my critics.
Oh my goodness.
And not to myself, which is really all that matters. Oh, we're gonna fall on the sword for this shit now. I feel like a fat, obedient girl wind-up toy when I do weight-related material. I feel like I am giving in. That's the point. That's the point. To give in. To stop. Weight loss journeys have nothing to do with anything other than trying to lose weight. which ultimately just does come down to us, which you've said is just right. Well, our opinions of ourselves are what matters most. And people either get that or they don't. So that does address haters in a loose sort of way. But I feel like I'm being compliant. I feel hated if I don't. That's on you. You feel. People are unkind. People are unkind. There's constructive criticism. There's haters. There's people that leave hate comments. I've seen them. There's nothing I would say, and I would defend Chantal against them. Because, I mean, I think it's not nice. But asking people to hold you accountable, and then when they do, say, I'm not doing that anymore. And they'll be like, well, you asked for help with your health. It's my health, it's my life, it's none of your business. Okay, I'm gonna keep it off YouTube. 2 weeks later. Guys, this is my last mukbang. You know, I don't know. It's a cycle of addiction, but if it becomes content, it's fair game. I think. I don't know. So, I will tell you what I want and wish for, but I'm not as naive anymore and know that people like to hate on us big girls. She's trying to form a clan, like she's part of a mob, a fat, chubby gang that is going to not be taking it. Amber's got a lot of shit of her own going on right now. Life by Jen is starting hers over and also has some relationship issues going, and I haven't heard from Life by Amy because I don't watch her shit channel. So, of all these other women of size who are doing it together, they have other things going on in their lives that are more important than what their viewers think of them. Probably at the moment. They have real life issues going on, not YouTube issues. So, I want to have an online presence and not talk about my weight. Your decisions. I want not to be shamed for what I eat. To not be weight shamed. There's a difference between shaming someone and feeling ashamed. If you feel ashamed of yourself, then that's on you. That's something here going, I'm not doing something right. That's, you know, everything shames, everything triggers. I mean, I'm a bedwetting liberal, but like, there's no space safe enough to not feel triggered or offended or shamed, I think, the way she's describing it here. To have people not equate being obese and failing at diets with moral inadequacies. To have fun with my content. I want to make travel videos. I want the right to work on my weight and personal issues offline. Always had it. I want to do food reviews. I like food reviews. I want to do spooky things. I want to eat a cheeseburger without 59,392 people reacting to it. Don't post it. I want to show Sam and BB Junes in every video on the counter. If they eat something, they might get diarrhea. I want to fart when I want to. I want to do whatever content I feel like doing. Always your option. I take responsibility for my part in my channel direction being a mess because I don't have a backbone to just do what I want with my videos. You don't know me. I can't keep trying to please everyone. I see criticism about my weight and what I do and what I eat, and it makes me want to conform to what every other weight loss channel is doing, even when deep down I know I hate it. I can't be a macro-counting, low-carb eating weight loss channel, or any kind of weight loss channel. I don't really know what else to say. I actually love being a YouTuber, despite the hate, because I have a core audience of supporters who will blow smoke at my ass, who love anything I do, and I am really mad at myself for being influenced by people who care about my health. By what others say. I know I'm obese. What I also know is that I have no obligation to explain myself, true, or talk about it, or talk if I will do anything about my weight. Talk about if I will do anything about my weight. I'm getting lost here, that's my fault. In turn, I promise not to talk about it anymore on my channel because I realize this is frustrating to viewers, and for this I apologize. Accepted. I'm confused because last week, we were feeling good vibrations. This does not mean I will be doing lazy videos of just ordering food in every video and eating. I will carefully plan content for you guys for travel vlogs, day trips, random vlogs, to cooking, to mysteries, to the paranormal, night drives, food reviews. Okay. This is fine. This is good. We're right here, okay? This is good stuff. I said I take responsibility for the back and forth. I am not blaming anyone. I have a right to change my mind 1,000 times as it is my channel. You don't have to follow me if it bothers you so much. So. Okay. So, Mark.
Yeah.
We're going to take a second here because the next post, rant, God. How long is this thing? An eon? Hold on, this next one's even worse. Give me a second here.
Okay.
I don't know. No, come in. Come
Okay.
in. Share some thoughts with what we've gone over so far. Because I'm disappointed that we've lost the direction from last week.
Well, let me tell you.
Have a seat.
Now,
don't shame me.
I'm devastated. I am devastated. I mean, devastated is the only word that describes how devastated I am.
Devastated. Golden Girls.
I was there. I was rooting. I was happy. I was like, yay! All new content, all new person.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna be like, I don't know, all electrified, high vibrating, eating, positive, foodie booty.
Nope.
Devastated. I'm devastated. But
No.
I will say
Mm-hmm.
that this is a track record, this is a pattern,
Mm-hmm.
and this has happened since I've been watching, I'm gonna say 5 or 6 times already.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm over it. You had me, I was rooting, and here we are again. She wants to burp and fart when she wants to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I suppose that's her right. If that's the way she wants to do things,
Mm-hmm.
and if that's the way she wants to be perceived,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that's up to her. But
Looks great on a resume.
it does look great on a resume. But I'm devastated.
You're devastated?
Devastated. Really, I could care less.
I'm
At
giving,
this point,
I'm giving less fucks as we go.
I could care less.
I've been holding out for her, too.
You have been,
Because
and
I
too.
thought, yeah, she's hot-tempered,
Yep.
and she's got a lot of problems, but under there's probably some bit of her that probably wants to get well, and her confidence is shot,
yeah.
and she doesn't even know where to start,
Yeah,
and she's
yes.
highly addicted to food.
Sure, I can
But-
see all that, but this bull poop of you know, oh guys, I'm doing this and I want you to hold me accountable, okay? Please do. And then to come back and say, it's my channel, my life. You have no right to tell me what to do or what to say. Bitch, you just told me to do that. You wanted me to do that to support you. And then she recants yet again. This has nothing to do with her being fat. She is not being fat shamed over this. It is about this tragic pattern that she has of kind of clickbaity, bringing people in. She's going to be a weight loss channel. She's going to improve her life and all of this. Join me on this electrifying, vibrational journey. And then she takes it away in the next minute and actually scolds you
For caring
about her. Well, Miss Big C, I'm done. I'm done. I was rooting for you, but I don't have the energy anymore.
No?
No.
All right, you can return behind the curtain now.
You asked.
I asked! We're not done yet, it's okay.
I know.
We're gonna try to keep it moving, but we're not quite done yet because there's one last post.
Oh, God,
Here.
there is?
Yes. Yes, there's more. But wait, there's more. Okay, I'll say it again for those in the back who clearly didn't hear my previous message. I said I'm going to keep weight-related matters off my channel from now on. This does not mean I will do fast food mukbangs. I am bringing a different energy to my videos, and this is why I've taken some time away to organize my ideas and clear my mind. People left me private messages right away asking if I have been binge eating, which is pretty sad. So what if I did? You asked people to... Accountability means I ask you if you did the behavior you were trying to avoid. Now, if someone was snotty about it because they want to make sure that you say yes because they want to make you feel some kind of way, no, that's not really all right. But otherwise, as an interrogative question, no, that's not shaming to ask you if you're doing well with your goals. No. If the answer is no, then look at how you're doing with your goals. So... People, it's no secret that I struggle with an eating disorder. What is your point? Now, I've done something like this, and there's an old saying like you can't bullshit a bullshitter. When I'm backed into a corner, clinging to behaviors I like, that other people don't, and I don't want to get a face full of crap over it, that's when the addiction, eating disorder, don't come at me so hard because I'm ill kind of defense flares up. And it's supposed to make you leave me alone. Because you're supposed to have sympathy for me because I'm sick. But being sick and being lazy and self-indulgent are not mutually exclusive. A person can be both. Flashing back to, what is it? Girl Interrupted. I think everyone has probably seen the movie. The book is very good and it's a little bit better. But in the movie, Whoopi Goldberg, playing Valerie, the nurse, dumps Winona Ryder, playing Susanna Kaysen, into a tub. And then Susanna Kaysen's asking, what's wrong with me? What's going on in my head? And Valerie, the nurse, leans in and says, you are a lazy, self-indulgent little girl who is driving yourself crazy. And her diagnosis was borderline personality disorder. I'm not implying anything. So, I know I've gone back and forth with my weight before and unhealthy mukbangs many times. I don't really want any negative energy on my platform, and both those are negative to me and depressing. The weight loss material is such a bad idea for me to do publicly. People leave so many ridiculous comments such as, you binged again, which is pretty messed up, shaming someone for their eating disorder. Or say negative things like something that is very personal and it gets ridiculed over and over. People are ignorant and have such unrealistic expectations of obese people, food addicts, and those with eating disorders. I don't think it's unrealistic for people to look after their health. Do you know how many people picked apart me eating a damn bagel with cream cheese and a glass of juice? Probably a lot, and I think if they did, that was unnecessary. I don't know. Yeah, it wasn't high vibrational food, but I think we all knew that that wasn't going to make it through the night. By the time we got to the bacon, that was already off the table. I won't have that kind of crap on my channel, so if you're just here to be entertained by negative comments, you will be very disappointed. Now, shh, I said shh. Okay, rant over for now. I'm only speaking my mind. I will see you guys soon. Thanks for listening. Now, let's see what came up next. Because she just put something up like 11 minutes ago.
11 minutes?
Yeah, well...
Oh, really?
A couple, 2-3 minutes ago. I never film in real time. This is unique.
Oh.
This is very, very different for me. Oh, 38 minutes ago. I haven't been talking quite that long. I deleted my rant post because I preach about bringing negativity on my channel, and that is all these posts do. And I will and can say that I will try my best to ignore what others say and just put out content I want to regardless. See you soon, as I am filming a video today with Pete. We are getting our new table today, and he won't be in his high chair anymore. LOL. See, that's nice, not weight-related content. Go out with Pete. So, I don't know. I don't know. Again, I said I wasn't optimistic. I'm still... When I say that I've seen sicker people than Chantal get better, it's... Illnesses, a mental illness can be, I think, managed and treated. And a person can go on with their life still having relapses and setbacks, but it's usually after a period of remission. There's been no remission. And often, not always, because recovery can happen in any number of addiction, mental health, mental illness, eating disorders, certainly physical health, and things like that. People who've been very ill physically have turned around completely, and to the point where it's been called a miracle. I don't know that Chantal should, roll up to, what is it, Our Lady of Fatima and get in the holy water and see if that'll cure her condition, but I have to backpedal again to the idea that she'll identify herself as a person with an eating disorder and say she's handling it off camera. I don't know. It doesn't sit well. It flashes me back to, I'm sick when I want you to leave me alone, but when I'm doing what I want, I'll be brazen about it and don't care about your opinion. And then when the heat gets too hot for that, back up and say, don't say anything to me, I'm sick. It's shameful to do that to me. It is shameful to shame a sick person, but when said sick person was a high-riding jackass,
Yeah.
like a few days ago, it's really, And so, if I don't like it, don't watch. The reason I watch, one of them, and it's not just to make reaction or review videos, is because she hits on so many points of a discussion that is relevant to me about food, body, culture, eating disorders, how it fleshes out on social media, personalities and how that interplays with it, the overlap between addiction, food addiction, relationships, how all that stuff goes together. And it all does mishmash on her channel, and how her going through her cycle of addiction, as she identifies it, fleshes out on her channel. What parts of it she chooses to put up, and her motivations for it, and what parts she chooses to leave off, and her motivations for doing that. So it's an interesting bit of study to do. It is not just a chance to take cheap shots at Chantal, though that does come up. So for next week, how long till we see some fast food? Is that shaming, or is that, it's not psychic? I mean, often the best predictor of future behavior is previous behavior. One serious thought I had, and this is one out of concern for someone who deals with a lot of the same stuff I do. There was a concern raised by her on the last community board of, why do you guys keep making the same videos? It's been 3 years of the same crap. Well, why do you keep making the same content? It's been 3 years of the same stuff. You know, 3 years of my last mukbang, 3 years of it's my party and I'll eat if I want to. We can't stay this fat for this long. You know, I've been fat into my late 30s, and bodies just give out, you know. There's no invincibility that goes with it. And I would question the motives of someone who says they know what they're doing is bad, they know what they're doing is harmful, they know that they have an issue, and they're doing something off camera to treat it that apparently hasn't worked for years, and is indignant that people would even care enough to ask. So, do you, Chantal? I'll be watching. A lot of folks are watching. And I like to think when you do good, I can tell you do good. And when you're struggling, I can identify when you're struggling. I think you're struggling towards the obnoxious phase of the cycle at the moment. So I hope the travel vlogs go good. I'm looking forward to them. Anything food related on your channel, you know, the weight loss looks nice, the mukbangs, I don't know. Farting isn't really my thing. You probably don't care if I watch. Anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But I'll be watching. Mark, will we be watching?
I will.
We will. So thank you all for watching. Please do subscribe, hit the like button and the bell on your way out so you can get the alerts. You can follow Mark and I on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc, or on Instagram at SmokeySteveAndMarc. Our email address and contact info is all listed down below. Thank you again, and we will be going live tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to stop by and say howdy, and we will see you all then. Take care. Bye.